All right, let's dive into the world of coin collecting. Today we're talking about a release that has everybody talking.
Oh, yeah.
The Proof 2025 W American Eagle Silver Dollar.
Okay.
It drops on January 9th at noon Eastern Time, and at $95 a pop, it's already got collectors clearing space in their display cases.
I bet.
Now, what's really got people talking is this coin's got a little secret, an anti-counterfeiting device called an edge notch.
Hmm.
It's a small detail, sure,
Yeah.
but it's got a history that goes way back
Yeah.
and plays a pretty big role in the world of numismatics.
Interesting.
Get this, for this 2025 W release, the notch is going to be below and to the left of the eye in Liberty on the head side of the coin.
Ah,
Makes you wonder if the U.S. Mint is placing these notches randomly, or could there be a pattern emerging here?
that's a really interesting observation. You know, these edge notches aren't just a modern invention. They were actually used way back in the 18th century to combat a practice called coin clipping, where people would shave off the edges of silver coins for profit. So the reemergence of edge notches today might signal the mint's commitment to staying ahead of modern counterfeiting techniques.
So it's like a blast from the past, but with a high-tech twist.
Right.
Speaking of blasts from the past, there's another detail on this coin that caught my eye, the W Mint mark.
Ah, yes. That W tells us this coin was minted at the West Point Mint, a place that's practically legendary among coin collectors. You're likely familiar with the W mint mark from other coveted releases like the gold American Eagle proof coins. Those are always in high demand.
And this new silver dollar is a limited release too, right? But there's no mintage limit, only a household order limit of 25 coins. Does that make this more appealing to investors? Or do you think it's geared towards collectors looking to complete a set?
That's a great question. The household order limit definitely adds to the intrigue. It suggests that the mint is trying to ensure broader access for individual collectors rather than letting bulk buyers dominate the market. This could drive up demand and potentially increase the coin's value over time, especially among collectors.
Okay, so we've got history, we've got intrigue, we've got limited availability. It sounds like this coin is shaping up to be a real collector's item.
Absolutely. And we haven't even touched on the fact that it's a proof coin. This means it wasn't just struck once like a regular coin. Instead, it was struck multiple times using specially polished dies, resulting in a mirror-like finish and incredibly fine details. Think of it like the difference between a mass-produced poster and a hand-signed limited edition print. They both depict the same image, but the quality and craftsmanship are on another level.
So it's almost like holding a tiny, shimmering piece of art in your hand. I can see why collectors are excited. But with all these special features, I have to ask, what does this mean for the everyday collector? I mean, are we talking about something that could be worth a fortune someday?
Predicting the future value of any collectible is always a bit of a gamble, but there are a few factors that suggest this coin could appreciate significantly over time.
And those are, don't leave us hanging.
Well, first you have the limited release aspect, coupled with the W mint mark from West Point. That alone creates a certain level of scarcity and desirability. Second, you have the proof designation, which, as we've discussed, signifies a higher level of quality and craftsmanship. These factors combined create a coin that's likely to be highly sought after by collectors, potentially driving up its value over time.
So it's not just about the silver content itself. It's about the historical significance, the craftsmanship, and the rarity.
Precisely. And let's not forget the ongoing mystery of those edge notches. Their changing location from year to year adds an element of surprise. It almost creates a treasure hunt aspect for collectors. It's a small detail that adds a whole other layer of intrigue.
So what you're saying is that don't just look at the face value of this coin. Look at the story it tells. It's almost like a little time capsule reflecting a moment in history, a specific minting process, and even a bit of mystery with those edge notches.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe one day these edge notches will be viewed as significant design elements in their own right, much like the different mint marks or commemorative designs we see on coins today.
I love that. From a security measure to a potential design element, who would have thought? So we've covered the history, the craftsmanship, and the potential value of this coin. But before we move on, let's take a closer look at those proof coins. What makes them so special? And how are they different from your standard bullion coins?
You know, it's interesting you compare proof coins to artwork, because they really are produced with an artist's touch. Unlike standard bullion coins, which are struck once for general circulation, proof coins undergo a much more meticulous minting process. They're struck multiple times using specially polished dies and highly polished planchettes, resulting in those mirror-like surfaces and exceptionally sharp details we've been talking about. The process is fascinating.
So they're like the VIPs of the coin world, getting the red carpet treatment from start to finish.
Exactly. And because of this meticulous production process, proof coins are handled with extreme care throughout the minting process to prevent any imperfections. They're often encapsulated in protective holders to preserve their pristine condition.
That makes sense. I mean, if you're going for that level of detail and finish, you'd want to keep them in pristine condition. It sounds like a collector's dream. But I imagine for someone new to coin collecting, all this talk of proof finishes and mint marks might feel a bit overwhelming.
That's understandable. The world of coin collecting does have its own language and nuances, but that's part of what makes it so fascinating. There's always something new to learn.
So where would you suggest a newbie start? What advice would you give to someone looking to dip their toes into the world of coin collecting?
The best place to start is by finding what truly sparks your interest. Do you have a favorite historical period? A fascination with a particular design or theme? Maybe you're drawn to coins from a specific country or mint. Once you've found an area that resonates with you, start researching and learning as much as you can. There are countless resources available online, in libraries, and even at local coin shops.
Speaking of resources, are there any specific organizations or communities that you would recommend for new collectors?
Absolutely. Organizations like the American Numismatic Association, ANA, and the Professional Numismatists Guild, PNG, are great places to connect with other collectors, learn from experts, and even attend coin shows and conventions. Local coin clubs can also be a valuable resource for sharing knowledge and finding mentorship.
It's great to know that there's such a strong and supportive community for coin collectors. It makes the whole process seem less intimidating.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Most seasoned collectors are passionate about sharing their knowledge and helping newcomers navigate the world of numismatics.
So it's not just about the coins themselves, it's about the people and the shared passion for history and craftsmanship.
Precisely. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be the seasoned collector sharing your knowledge and guiding others on their own collecting journeys.
That would be quite a journey. From a complete novice to a seasoned numismatist, all thanks to a little silver dollar with an edge notch.
Speaking of that edge notch, do you think the U.S. Mint is intentionally creating this treasure hunt aspect with its changing placement each year?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. It adds a fun element of surprise for collectors, especially those who enjoy the challenge of tracking those subtle variations. It's like a little secret handshake among those in the know.
And it speaks to the evolution of coin design itself. These notches, once a purely functional element to prevent coin clipping, are now becoming part of the overall design narrative. Who knows what other innovative security features or design elements we'll see on coins in the future?
That's what I find so exciting about this hobby. It's a blend of history, art, technology, and even a touch of mystery. And with the U.S. Mint constantly pushing the boundaries, who knows what the future holds for coin collecting?
You know, you bring up a really important point about the future of coin collecting. It's not just about preserving the past, it's also about embracing innovation and adapting to the changing times.
So it's like this 2025 W American Eagle silver dollar is a bridge between the traditions of the past and the possibilities of the future. I'm really curious to see how this all plays out.
Me too. It's a fascinating time to be a coin collector, and I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible. But before we get too carried away with the future, let's bring it back to the present and recap what we've learned about this particular coin.
Good point. So for our listeners who might just be tuning in, why is this 2025 W American Eagle silver dollar causing such a stir in the collecting world?
Well, first and foremost, it's a limited release with a household order limit of 25 coins, a clear signal that the mint is trying to cater to individual collectors. This adds to the coin's desirability and potential value.
And we can't forget that W the mint mark, signifying its origin from the prestigious West Point Mint. That always seems to get collectors excited.
Oh, absolutely. The W mint mark is like a seal of approval, assuring collectors that this coin is a cut above the rest.
And of course, we have to mention the proof designation.
Mhm.
That means it was struck multiple times with specially polished dies, resulting in that mirror-like finish and those incredibly sharp details.
Yeah, it's like holding a tiny, shimmering piece of history in your hand. Proof coins are truly in a league of their own.
And then there's that mysterious edge notch. changing location from year to year. It's become like a signature feature of these modern American Eagle silver dollars, adding an element of intrigue for collectors.
It really is. It's a clever way for the mint to blend security with design. Who knows? Maybe in the future we'll see even more creative uses of these notches, perhaps even incorporating them into the coin's imagery.
That's a fascinating thought. Imagine an edge notch cleverly integrated into the design, like part of an eagle's wing or a star's ray. It'd be a subtle detail that adds another layer of meaning and artistry to the coin.
Exactly. It's exciting to think about the possibilities. This 2025 W American Eagle silver dollar really is a microcosm of the evolution happening in numismatics. It's a reminder that coin collecting isn't just about the past, it's also about embracing innovation and the stories that coins will tell about our present and the future.
Well said. So for our listeners out there, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin is definitely one to watch. It's a blend of history, craftsmanship, artistry, and a touch of mystery. And who knows, maybe it'll be the one that ignites your own passion for numismatics. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll be back soon with another fascinating topic and another stack of sources to explore. Until then, keep those magnifying glasses handy. And remember, every coin has a story to tell.